Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Poker Face from the IE, also known as Versace Chris. Go ahead, push that like button, push that subscribe button, because we have something today that's going to take it to the next level as far as this MO3 thing is going on. And that is Banzzo Bling. Banzzo Bling has been doing what I don't prescribe, and that is calling from jail, doing podcasts, doing interviews on an open case. Bro, you already set the simmer. You already cooking. Or we can smell it, okay? But remember when those videos came out and Banzzo Bling was saying, oh, niggas gonna be sick. They gonna be sick. I'm coming home soon. They gonna be sick. Nah, ain't nobody getting sick. Banzzo Bling is going to be sitting down forever. Okay? And he's finally come to grips with that. Check this out.
Man,
what you mean it's over with for you, or what you mean is like what you think you still coming home?
Oh, that's over with.
Oh, that's over with. So what made you give up?
It's just over with, man.
Right.
You know, sometimes you just gotta accept life for what it is.
Right.
This call is from a federal prison.
Peace with myself, bro. It is what it is, you know.
Right.
One thing about me, man, a nigga can't ever say I'm a fuck nigga or nothing, bro. You can call me gay if you want to. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but nigga can never say I did no fuck shit to nobody. I always was loyal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, it's what you get for being loyal to the game and to niggas.
Now, he keeps saying, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. But if you ain't did nothing, why are you like, oh, man, me coming home, that's over with? You know, oh, I'm going to have to sit down. See, this is what I get for being loyal. This is what I get. This is the game right here. You got to give what life take you. If you're an innocent man, you're just not going to sit down on that time like that. You're not. You're going to say, hey, I didn't do this. I'm innocent. I was here. I was there. I was not at the spot at the time. But it doesn't work that way. Because if you recall, in the rainwater video, the first rainwater video, there will be another one. I have some new stuff on that. In fact, let me just, you don't have to go back and see the other one if you don't want to. I'm going to leave a card at the end. I'm going to let you know right now, this is what I'm talking about.
Now, Your Honor, if I could draw the court's attention, if you look on I've stopped this video at 19 seconds. You see a gold sedan in the far left lane and a black sedan in the second lane to the left. The gold sedan will be the vehicle carrying the victim, and the black sedan is the vehicle driven by Q1 White, who is then the shooter, based off of the evidence we have.
Okay. Now, did you hear when the detective was pointing at the black Camaro and said, this black Camaro was driven by Keon White? Not allegedly Keon White, or not the shooter, but this Camaro, black, right here, and even did the little cursor on it, was driven by Keon White. Per evidence. Not per testimony, not per telling, per evidence. So they had to find some physical evidence that linked him to that car. Now, in order to have physical evidence that'll link him to that car, you got to have, could be fingerprints, could be DNA, or it could be video cameras that follow you all the way home, or video cameras that follow you to a spot where you ditched a car. You get out, there's Keon White. Or it follow you all the way home, there's Keon White. So, yeah. Evidence, though. Not somebody telling. Not Jossie Banks. Not Devin Brown. Not nobody. Evidence, though. That's why they picked him up right away. Evidence. So now we also have this.
Gotta say,
I know you. I know you.
Why wait this long, bro? Why wait this long? I could have been home.
So he's also saying that why would I wait this long if I was going to rat? He, more than his life, more than the time missed with his daughter, more than being free, he wants to look like, hey, I ain't no rat. He holds that above everything else, apparently. I can't let the streets think that I'm a rat. Now, in order for someone to rat, they can't do it from the federal pen. If you're going to give testimony, they got to bring you back to the county that you're having the case in. So you could talk to them folks. So you could get the working. Right? So you can put in that word. You can punch that time clock. Tick, tick. That's how you do the work. So he's letting it be known, I ain't been to county. Which means I ain't told. I'm still in federal prison. Getting fat than a bitch. But then there's this.
I'm still going through hell.
You still here going through hell, so
I
that
don't got no family. I don't got no family. I don't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, I would have been there with. I don't got nobody.
So he says he doesn't have any family. He doesn't have anybody. He says, if I had some family or somebody to look, but I think a daughter is family, no? A daughter is family. But if I had some family or somebody out there, I'd have been told, oh, he hold that though. Oh, I'd have been told, oh. I'd have been there, Dad. So what is it, man? Are you ready to throw everything away to look like this dude? Or is it just because you don't have, you're not a rat by convenience? You know what? I ain't got nothing going on anyway, so I might as well not rat. But if you had something going on, you would have been told, is what you're saying. Come on, man.
So you mean so you ain't so that mean you ain't telling then, right?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you ain't telling. That's what I'm saying. But we all know who's
But
telling.
that's why I said that to you. That's why you gotta pay attention to how I'm talking to you. That's why I said in so many words. I got to go all the way to show everybody the real.
Now, the reason why he's saying, I'm telling you this in so many words, he can't say Devin Brown hoe ass is telling. He can't say that. Because that would be witness intimidation. So you putting everybody on this guy. So this guy know that, hey, if I do get to working, if I do get to telling, and I get out, everybody gonna be on my ass. So I'm not gonna tell now because he didn't say my name, and now if I get home, everybody gonna be on my ass anyway. So that's witness intimidation, folks. Can't do it. So that's why he's being very, very careful of not saying any names on the phone.
Our last interview, like everybody's gonna be fucking shocked.
Win, because truly I could give me something that, you know, a nigga might can come on to. You know, I can go probably try to get a 60 ball or something like that, you know, just to get out their way. But,
right.
Man, fuck them. I'm going to go out of the way. I'm going to make them pay. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I can do 20. I can do 30 and come on. But, I mean, if I do that, it's still going to look bad. So I just rather just go all the way.
Now, he said that he could take a deal. A deal. This is the deal. For a 60 ball. A 60 ball. Now, from what I know, 60, I know what a 60 piece is. A 60 ball, I'm assuming they're the same. That is 60 years. And if you get 60 years in the state case, then you do half the time. The state of Texas only going to take 50% of that. So you get home in 30. He's talking about I could do 30. I could sit down, lay down, fall down on 30. But taking a 60 piece? But if it becomes a federal thing, though, if it becomes a RICO thing, because this is a conspiracy, you have at least 3 people. At least 3 people, as many as 5 people as many as 6 people in on this conspiracy. So you have the known people that are in on it right now that they've indicted. That's Devon White, Devon Brown, Keon White, and Yellow Beezy. All these colors, huh? Yellow, brown, white. Damn, don't pick a color for your rap name. So you have those 3 confirmed in the conspiracy, right? Then you have a possible Rainwater, a possible Jossie Banks, a possible Trap Boy Freddy. You got these. So now you have a small conspiracy which gets you the same time. It's like one body gets you the same as 2 bodies. It gets you the same time. So when 2 or more are gathered together, the police are in your midst. The feds are in your midst. So that's what. So he could get picked up on a RICO if they decide that this is a criminal organization, if they are organized together. But if you have one guy that's gangbanging this and one guy that's gangbanging that and one guy is gangbanging this and one girl this and one guy that, you guys just came to a common denominator, which was MO3. So check this out.
Why is the I don't understand though. What I don't understand is why is they putting you in the fucking news talking about in the hearing talking about they gave 40,000, my nigga, and you the only one, and it's like, why is they using you only?
Man, I wouldn't do nothing for 40,000. I wouldn't never do. Man, that's not even enough to get a lawyer, but I wouldn't do nothing for 40,000.
Now this has got to be the dumbest crash out bullshit I've ever heard on an interview from prison on a phone that you know is tapped up. And you are giving permission to the interviewer to record it and post it. The dumbest thing ever. If somebody say, poker face, man, that's crazy. They said you did that for 40,000, man. They said you did that for 40,000. The first thing I'm going to say is, man, I wouldn't do that for any amount of money. I wouldn't do it for $1 million at all for any reason. This dummy says, Oh shit, I wouldn't do nothing for 40,000. I wouldn't do nothing for 40,000. They're accusing you of killing a man in broad daylight on the freeway, in front of God and everybody else. That's what they're accusing you of doing. And you didn't say, I would never do that. You're saying, I wouldn't do it for 40,000. My price, yesterday's price ain't today's price. You're telling them, maybe for 100,000, I'll gun him down, run him down. But 40,000? Who the fuck you think I am? 40,000? Nuh-uh. Hell no. You think I want them bitches? Hell no. Just run around here toasting shit for 40 funky ass thousand? Hell no. You the dumbest nigga ever. So subscribe, like. We got more stuff for you coming soon.